Alright, hey YouTube, this is going to be next installment. I promised 2 videos this week, so this is going to be the first one, okay? So today, at least for the first video, I'm going to tackle one of my friends, hopefully slash fans, I don't know, had put in cichlids and why I love them for my aquarium. So for those of you that know or you follow me at all, you know, basically I'm aquarium guy, aquarium geek. Started when I was real young. First tank was a 40-gallon tall. As a community tank, it was in my bedroom. It was awesome. Never forgot that. Still remember the substrate. Still remember everything about it. But anyway, so what I am going to do though is I'm going to broaden it a little bit. Okay, so it's not going to be just why I love cichlids. It's going to be why I love aquariums and fish. Okay, and you can probably see Bunker kind of over here in the background. Bunker, yeah, there he goes. See, you can see Bunker's keeping me company today, as he always does, because he's such a great dog. You know, and he's awesome. He's my buddy, and we're just kind of chilling. It's 96 degrees out in the apartment. It's like 70, so we're just chilling a little bit. Okay, but anyway, so why I love fish, why I love aquariums, why I love cichlids. Well, it's not really just cichlids I love. So like I said, I am an aquarium geek. If I had to pick, I definitely prefer freshwater over saltwater. I know some guys love saltwater. There's nothing wrong with it. Saltwater's great. I just prefer freshwater. I feel like it's easier to keep. And honestly, I don't miss anything. I'm not a big corals guy, so like, you know, reef tanks, while I can appreciate them, I'm just kind of like, yeah, great. It's awesome, just not for me. So everybody's got their preference, right? Now, I don't have a fish room, I have an apartment, as you can see, but I do have 3 tanks here. So I have my 72-gallon bow front, which is my show tank. So my show tank is my cichlid tank, okay? And I know I'm gonna set the internet on fire right now because it's not a true African cichlid tank. It's got African cichlids, it's got South American cichlids, Central American, you know. I know you're not supposed to mix them and stuff like that, I get it. And here's the deal. Okay, so I'll start with that first. So cichlids, the reason why I love them is because of their personalities and their colors, right? Now, Africans are going to be more colorful and generally smaller. South and Central Americans are going to be bigger. Maybe not quite as colorful. Some will, some won't, obviously, but they're going to be bigger. And ultimately, like my dream tank, like I want a Dovi, right? So I want a Dovi, I want an Umbi. Dovis can get anywhere from like 17 inches to like 26, 7, somewhere around there. Just monster fish, and they're aggressive and they're predators, and you know, they know it. They're badass. So, gee, I wonder why I like them. But anyway, so cichlids are just very colorful. The reason why I'm not real worried about mixing them. So for those of you that don't know, so if you get a wild-caught pair or wild-caught cichlids, yes, the water parameters for South and Central American versus African are different. If you're talking about now classification, so you have, you know, F1, F2, things of that nature. So F1 would be born to wild-caught parents, F2 are 2 generations removed, so on and so forth. So when you're talking about breeders, generally cichlids are F2s, F3s, stuff like that. They're all in very similar water parameters, right? Because you're getting them from a farm, you're getting them from a breeder, you know, and chances are the breeder is, you know, having the exact same water parameters that you're going to find out in the wild, pretty slim. Okay, so that's why. So if you get star-bought Africans or star-bought Central Americans, obviously it's going to be different than wild-caught. Okay, so all of my fish are store-bought and they're F2s, okay, or more. Okay, I don't have any F1s or any wild caught, so that's just number 1. So we're going to start there, okay, and I'm going to show you the tanks in a minute, right? But my other tank now, I have 2 30-gallon breeders. Now my one 30-gallon breeder is a guppy tank planted, and my other 30 breeder down here is just a hospital tank. Okay, so it's pretty simple, right? You know, I don't have a ton of space, but part of the reason why I love the aquariums is because it just gives you a sense of serenity, right? It gives you a sense of, you know, you hear the water, you see the movement, it's fluid. I mean, it's just awesome, okay? And one of my 30 breeders, when I put it in, I turned it into a guppy tank, which I really wasn't a huge fan of guppies in the beginning, okay? But there's two guys I follow on YouTube, which I got to give them a shout out. I'll try to put it in the description if I remember their YouTube channels. But one is Aquarium Co-op. So Corey McElroy, guy got me. I've always loved plants, but the guy kind of turned me on to guppies, and I listen to his live streams. I follow his channel. I actually order a lot of stuff from him. So he actually turned me on to guppies. And I like them, they're cool. So I'm hoping they breed. I think I have like 2 or 3 that are pregnant right now, which would be really cool. You know, never really bred fish before, but it would just be cool to see, right? And then Tazawa tanks. So Zenzo Tazawa, he's in San Francisco. And if I'm sorry, I want to mention Corey has a shop, Aquarium Co-op, in Edmonds, Washington. So he's in the Pacific Northwest, and his YouTube channel and everything else. But, and Tazawa tanks, or Zenzo Tazawa, he's got a lot of cichlids, you know, he breeds them, he's got fisheries in San Francisco. I just, you know, kind of maybe identify with a guy, just, you know, works out, business guy, he's got an apartment and loves cichlids, right? And he's got a lot of good information, both of them do. So you should want to check those out. So I'll try to put that in the description. But anyway, I'm going to show you the tanks real quick. I'm going to kind of go through maybe what I have in the tanks in terms of filtration. Just so you can kind of get a glimpse of what I have. And then we'll, you know, kind of go from there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this around, because on my phone, hopefully it'll flip around. Maybe it will. Oh, nope, that's not good. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pause it, and then I'm going to have to flip it around, and we'll go through it. And then I got to figure out how to edit it together. I've never done that before. Okay, so I'm going to stop it right now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around, go through the tanks. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so as promised, you know, sorry about the glare. There's going to be glare. I apologize. It's the middle of the day. But anyway, so here's the 72 bow front, okay, as you can see, right? And here's Bunker. Bunker, say hi to everybody. Say hi. All right. So he just loves saying hi. So we have the 72 bow front here, okay? And I'm sorry if the camera moves or shakes a little bit, but again, it's going to be a pretty raw video. So what you're seeing now in terms of these roots and stuff is pothos plants, okay? Pothos is a great way to reduce nitrates and help with the overall health of the tank, so the roots hang in the water, and it really does its job, right? So I have one power head here. It's not very powerful. It just moves about 530 gallons, nothing crazy. And you can see I kept it very minimal. We have rockwork, Aquarium C substrate. I got to give a quick shout out because as you can see, you got the Aquarium Co-op sign. I got the Easy Green for the plant dosing. I have the Taco Union sign because who doesn't like tacos? And if you don't, then we can't really be friends. And for filtration, I have dual FX6s. So, Fluval, as you can see down below here. So I have 2 Fluval FX6s for filtration. I have my food packaged up, Aquarium Co-op root tabs, hashtag free plug, I guess, Corey, if you ever see this video. I don't know if you will, hopefully you do. I do have an Emperor 400, the Marine Land, on the back. Now that hang on back is basically just for water polishing, okay? So I just have more plants and a couple sponges in there. That's all it is. It's just more polishing and a little more biological. Now, my FX6s. So my one on the right has almost all my biological, mechanical. I mean, that's really the one that's doing the brunt of the work. The one on the left is more polishing. So I have fine filter floss in there. I have coarse and medium sponges, and that's how I keep the water so clear. Okay, the pothos again helps with the nitrates. As you can see, I even have an intake sponge over the FX6, and I haven't gotten to that one on this one, but what you can't really see it. I have a sponge in the basket, so that catches a lot of it, and you can see the guys are pretty lively right now. So I have haps. There's 2 haps in there that you see. I have a lot of peacocks. You know, I have a parrot, I have a couple of Mabuna, yellow lab, dolphin here, and unfortunately, I wish you could see my Parachromis. He's kind of hiding for the camera here, right? I mean, you can kind of see him back there. Okay, so you know, and again, the reason why I love these fish, I mean, you can see them. They're colorful, they're vibrant, they definitely have personalities. There he is, the Parachromis. Now, all these fish I got at the same time, right? And they're all. This tank has been up and running now for the past 6-7 months. So you can see the color, but what you can also see, and you see there's really no algae buildup, there's no nothing, right? And I haven't cleaned this tank. I haven't done a water change, haven't cleaned it, haven't done anything in like maybe a week and a half, right? But what you can see is, aside from the color and the personalities, and there's my Hap, he loves kind of going in and out here. He's kind of showing off, flashing his red for the camera. My Taiwan Reef, love these guys. But you can see my Parachromis, my South American, right there. He is, and this is an all-male tank, by the way. He is much bigger. So he's already at about 7-8 inches, okay, maybe 9. Whereas these guys are about 5 to 6, okay? And again, got them all at the same time, put them in. They've been doing great. There he is. I love my South American, my Parachromis. I'm hoping he gets pretty big, okay? So, and you can see, okay, so I don't have the tank really overstocked, but I do have it stocked pretty well. I don't really feel like I'm going to put more in here. I do have Pleco in there somewhere. Common Pleco, he's black, and he kind of blends in everywhere. So trying to find him is a little hard. And you know, you can see I painted the background black, nothing crazy. I like the very natural look. I think it goes well. Now we're going to go over to the 30 breeders, right? So I have my hospital tank down here, okay? It's a 30 breeder. I have a Fluval Aqua Clear 50 that I run on it, okay? And it's more than up to doing the work. I keep it bare bottom, you know, and it's literally just a hospital tank, okay? But here's where the aquarium co-op stuff comes in too. And I know I keep repeating it, sorry. You know, you can see even the stickers on the tanks. And Tazawa, if you see this video, I am more than willing to put a Tazawa tanks stickers on my tank as well, because I love your channel. But anyway, so here's my 30 breeder, okay? So you can see it's all guppies, about 18 of them in there, okay? So I have like 6 males, I think, and 12 females, okay? Now I have a sponge filter right there, okay? That's for an 80 gallon. It's the ATI sponge, love it. And I do have a bag of just bio in there, media, just in case I have to cycle another tank, right? When I set up the tank, it was pretty simple. I took 2 of the pieces of lava rock right here, out from the cichlid tank, put it in the sponge filter that was in the cichlid tank, put it in. So the tank was instantly cycled. As far as plants, well, you can see I have some, what do we have? We have jungle val right here. I have some Povostemon stellatum octopus right here that's glued to the driftwood. I have some Java fern. I have a Nubius, and the Nubius is in the back. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. And gonna kill me, I forget the name of these 2 plants, but they're awesome. I just love the way they grow. So yeah, both substrates are, you know, natural substrates. I didn't go crazy. I like the natural look. Obviously there's no background on the guppy tank because, you know, you can see straight through it with the living room. And I'm running, as far as lighting goes, so I'm running 2 Current USA lights, LED lights, and this is the reason why I love them. You can kind of see the remote here, so it has, you know, different settings to simulate weather. You can turn up or turn down the spectrums. You can set memories. You can do everything. So it actually, they're awesome. So I just personally, those are my favorite lights, at least right now. You know, no offense, because I do know the Fluval 2.0 and 3.0 are awesome lights as well. I just really didn't have the money to spend on it. Plus, to be honest, these haven't let me down. And neither has their wave makers or anything like that. So I really am impressed with the stuff coming out of Current USA. Now for food, you can see for the guppies here, okay, you can kind of hopefully get a look. I don't know if it'll show up, how good it'll show up on camera, but you can kind of see how colorful, you know, these guys are. Maybe if I get around here away from the sun, you can kind of see, look at this guy, right? You know, so like, how do you not love these guys, right? Okay, and then I do, like I said, have a couple females in there that are really like just waiting to pop. But you can see these guys are active, it's fun. So as far as food, these guys get Repashy and the Tetra Flakes. I like those. You know, I'm not a huge flake fan, but it does feed clean, which I do like. Much cleaner than a lot of other flake food, right? Now, as far as food for these big boys, right? So I have some Fluval Bug Bites. I have some Thera A with garlic. And then in the 2 Tupperware canisters, or containers, excuse me, I have a mix of Northfin and Hikari pellets, okay, sinking and floating. That's what goes into the Eheim feeder up here. And you can see I have some bamboo up there too for some good luck. So that's all the stuff that goes in. For the air pump, you know, I haven't graduated to the linear air pumps yet, so I'm just running the basic Danner, what is it? I think it's AP8. So it has 4 lines. So the reason why I have that is because, so I have my sponge filter here, so I have 2 air lines going into one, running into there, and I have the Never Clog air stones, thanks Corey, in there, and then I have another one here. So for the cichlid tank, I don't really need the air stones, to be perfectly honest. You know, you can see by the FX6 up here, I get more than enough surface, you know, agitation to create oxygenation. The flow is great. The guys love it. The pothos plant is thriving. It's soaking up the nitrates. It's great. So is the bamboo. That's grown a lot. And I even have a little bit of the pothos, so just put a little bit there just for these guys too, okay? As you can see, both tanks, my water is crystal clear. The lighting is great. And, you know, when I come in from a long day, or I'm on the road or whatever, I mean, to just sit here and you can hear the water and watch these guys and how relaxing it is, you know, that's when. Okay, so I don't know why it cut off on me, but it did. But anyway, so I just want to show you what the, you know, the last bit, like what it kind of looks like here. So, you know, you can see, right? So I have the tank, I have the 2 tanks, you know, the hospital tank, and it's relaxing. Obviously in the bins, I have my aquarium stuff because you have to make do, right? But it is just real relaxing, right? You can see, you know, the window, I got the couch, you know, you got the TV and everything else. But, and of course, Bunker's looking around, kind of wondering why I'm not playing with him right now instead of making this video. He's kind of upset at Daddy right now, right? Yeah, looking at his piggies right there, and his bed and everything else, and his bin of toys. But anyway, so you can see, right? This is the view. I kind of love it. When I come in, you know, anytime, when I come in here, you know, bam, you can see, you know, I got the tanks, I got Bunker, of course, you know, hopefully when I come home and, you know, my girl's home, and if we're eating dinner here and everything else, it's just a great setting and it's very relaxing. So, you know, we can talk about our day, we can, you know, watch the fish a little bit. Hopefully she enjoys it. I don't know if she enjoys it as much as I do, but you know, who knows, right? So, but anyway, so that's the setup. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, took you on a quick little tour. If you have any questions or comments, oh, here he goes. There's my Bear Grylls. Yes, love this guy. He's always so camera shy. Come on, buddy. There we go. That's right. Recognize Daddy, buddy. Good boy. All right, so sorry, I had to get him on camera when I can, right? But anyway, so that's the setup I have right now. Eventually, I hope to have a bigger fish room, an actual fish room, and a Dovai, and an Umbi, and some other stuff, okay? But, so if you liked the video, I still have to figure out how to edit it, but I'll do it. If you like it, hit like. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. If you have a question or a comment, post it, and I will always answer. At least I can right now. Or you can always hit me up on Twitter or Snapchat. Well, I don't really check Snapchat. Instagram, stuff like that, or Facebook. All right. So anyway, guys, hope you're having a good day, and yeah. So hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Later.